So I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. I know it's really beautiful outside. I know how hard it is sometimes to get, come indoors when it's so nice out. So I appreciate that, and you will also appreciate that in your business because this is how we grow as leaders or as, as independent distributors. I want to just say a couple things before we get started. If you have a cell phone, can you either put it on vibrate or just make sure the ringer's off? And there's water on the So I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out. I know it's really beautiful outside. I know how hard it is sometimes to get, come indoors. Oops. You have a twin. Actually, on that, I'm just going to, sorry guys, just 1 second. I'm just going to pause mine and start it from scratch too. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right. So my name is Zychowka. I'm your presidential diamond leader. And this is Kat. She's a triple diamond leader with It Works. We've both been with It Works for 2 years now. Kat just celebrated her 2-year anniversary.
Jackie celebrated hers July 13th.
Yes. That's my numbers girl. She remembers that. We're here to just share with you guys, some training. We're here to help. That's what we're here for. In fact, this meeting, it's a little treat from me. It's no cost to you guys to come and just come out and listen. I really want you guys to understand how important coming to these meetings is for your business, for your teams. Don't ask your team to go to meetings if you're not prepared to come to them. Like I said, I know that it's hard sometimes to come indoors when it's so nice outside, especially when we only have such a small gap of really great weather being from Manitoba. So it's really appreciated. But, the nice thing about it is that when you build your business now, it's going to pay you for years to come for the rest of your life. Who here has read Beach Money or listened to Beach Money? Okay. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that or read that yet, you really need to, because it'll really show you how this business has the ability to allow you to be paid even while you're sitting on a beach. You can't start the beginning of your business off like that. You do need to work for, usually about 4 to 6 years in this business before you can actually kick back and relax that way. But the nice thing about this type of a business is residual income, and even when you're sleeping or when you're driving or when you are on a beach, you're actually still getting paid if you build your business up properly and you have a strong group of people in your business that are also independent as yourself. So that's why we're all here. We all want freedom, right? We all want that good life. We all want more. And if you're anything like me, you don't like being told what to do, but you'll do anything to get what you want. If you have a goal, you'll get there. And I'm very incentive driven. And if you are an incentive driven person, you are absolutely without a doubt in the right business. So with that said, oh yeah, everybody, okay, so Gus got that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys one of the most important tools to build your business, and that is our product flyer. It's our party pack. I don't have the overhead like we normally do at the Manitoba meetings. I'm going to do it right from the party pack, and I'm going to go through it really, really quickly because you can do this in 5 minutes on an airplane or on a bus or wherever you happen to be, meeting or blitzing with somebody. But it's also what we use to do our parties. We stick to this because we need to be consistent. One of the most important things in building your business is being consistent and being duplicatable. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. You need everybody to know that they can do your job because it's really that simple. We really read, we point, we read, we put wraps on people, and we allow them to make their own decisions on whether they want to join this business or not because we're never here to pressure anybody. And you know what? I think that once you get that wrap on, it speaks for itself. So your job is to get that wrap on people. Anybody else wrap today? Nice. Tonight. Fantastic. Anybody here that hasn't tried a wrap yet? No, well, Lindsay, you're pregnant. That's nice. A few more weeks. Oh no, when you're done breastfeeding, but yeah. But yeah, if you haven't tried a wrap, you really got to get one on to see what it feels like because it feels incredible. And what it does for your skin and your body is just, it's amazing. I've seen so many people so excited. I've heard of people actually crying after they've taken a wrap off because of the way it's transformed their body. It becomes an emotional thing, especially as women after they've had children and things like that. You can kind of sometimes get a little bit hopeless. You can work your butt off at the gym, but you're never going to be able to work your skin out. So the nice thing about our wraps and what makes them so special is that they're there to help your skin repair itself. So On that note, we have something really special, you guys, and I'm glad you guys are all here to share it with us. Like I said, I'm just going to go through the party pad really, really quickly. All I do is I point and rate. So basically, I tell people this is what a wrap looks like, and I show them this is what a dry wrap looks like. I bring this to parties so that they can see exactly the size of it, and I let them know that they can put it on any part of their body that they want to tone, tighten, and firm. So most people like to start with the tummy. You can just place it right here. This is where I was wrapping today. I went around with a couple of pieces of saran wrap, and I left it on. I had it on for probably about 2 or 3 hours today. I like to leave my wrap on a little bit longer because I enjoy the way it feels so much. Come on in. And but you can put this wrap and put it on any place in your body that you want to tone, tighten, and firm. I know that when I was first, selling wraps and I was just getting started, I was a little bit cheap and I didn't want to use the wraps for myself. I wanted to be selling them to make that money in the beginning. So I cut them in half and I would do either side of, my legs and the back of my legs. And the first time I wrapped the back of my legs, I lost 3/4 of an inch in each leg. And I know that we're not supposed to talk about muscle loss, but I'm here to tell you guys that. I wouldn't be putting that on social media or telling anybody else, but this is a meeting and this is the reality of what happens. And I was just really impressed with the way that my skin was and how it was toned and it was more tightened. And but you can cut them in half. You can do the bottom of your chin and you can do your neck. You can cut them in 4 pieces and you can do under your arms. You can do, now I take 2 wraps and I do one on either one of my legs and I can do my entire leg with them. You can do your back. You can do literally any part of your body that you're creative enough to wrap. At the parties, we usually like to stick to the tummies, especially if there's a lot of people there, because it only takes about 3 minutes to wrap a tummy, and it takes, usually about 10 minutes to wrap legs and thighs. So depending on how many people you have at your party and how much time you have, you might want to stick to just the tummies as well. So you can put you can see where you're putting the wrap on any part of your body you're creative enough to tone and tighten. You want to leave it on for a minimum 45 minutes. What is it? What percentage of the ingredients are absorbed in the first 45 minutes? 80%. And you can feel it working, and it just gets really nice and tingly. Again, I never leave it on for 45 minutes. I like to keep it on as long as I can. We also have a special wrap that's designed for your face. It works very differently. It's hydrating. So it's not going to tone and tighten your skin the same way, but it is going to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles because it's hydrating. It's a deep hydration for your skin. Anyone here try a facial wrap today? Oh, just recently. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, the facial wraps are really nice, and you don't have to worry about whether you're breastfeeding or pregnant, or even if you're having a few drinks and stuff like that. The facial wraps you can use anytime. When I put a facial wrap on, I think it takes, I would say in my opinion, it takes about 2 to 4 years off my skin. Like, I look younger and my skin looks much better. So that's a really nice thing that you can do that from home. This is what the wrap does. It tones and tightens and firms your skin in as little as 45 minutes. It reduces the appearance of cellulite. This fast and lasting results with a botanically based formula. It's a first-to-market product, which is really great news, and it's only available through an independent It Works distributor. You know what that means? Walmart's not your competition. That's a very good thing if you're in business, yeah. This is the point. Once I've gone through these 2 sheets, this is when I let people know that the wraps are $30 to sample at the parties, and if you're ready to wrap, then we're going to take you in the back wrap room and get you wrapped, and you're going to come back out and listen to the rest of my presentation. And it's going to be a quick one, but this is when I allow everybody to kind of get up, move around, get some more water, and then wait their turn to get wrapped. So with that said, here's a couple of really great packages to save even more money. So we have our wrap pack, and so as a loyal customer, you're going to get wholesale pricing, you're going to earn free product, and if you're living in the United States, you can actually also earn some free shipping, and we will be getting some discounted shipping coming up right away. So stay tuned for some updates on that coming right away. We have our wrap pack. Our wrap pack has a box of 4 wraps, so a box of wraps looks like this. They come with 4 in them. The reason why there's 4 in a box is because 4 is considered a full treatment, 1 is considered a treat. So when you're coming to a party and you're sampling the wraps, you're just going to experience it. You're going to smell it, see what it feels like, and everything like that. But if you really, really want to see how the wraps are working, you need to try 4 full wraps. You want to wrap every 3 days for best results, and you want to drink as much water as you can in that entire time. So you want to keep very, very hydrated so that the wraps can do their job and do what they're supposed to be doing. So When I was talking to Pam, when she was doing her 1 Team 1 mission, she was talking about, like, she had asked the crowd how many people had gotten results from their first wrap, and most people stood up. And then the other question is how many seen wraps or results from their second wrap? There was like 2 people out of, I think there was 350 in the room that were standing up for the third wrap. So everybody had seen results in their first 3 wraps. And she's like, that's exactly why there's 4 in a box, because by the time you've done 4 of them, everybody should see results at that point. And that means that you need to be wrapping the same part of your body. Don't go, chin today, arms in 2 days from now, and then, your legs 2 days later. You need to stick to one part of your body and really give this wrap a chance to work. The wrap pack has 4 wraps. It has a sample of the defining gel. It's a very small one. It's about the size of a lip gloss. Most people like the bigger defining gel. There's a big one that, I think I'd go through a little one in a day. It doesn't take long in our house. But the defining gel is really great for all kinds of things. You can use it for if you've been out in the sun too long. It's great for mosquito bites. It's great for all kinds of rashes and all kinds of things, eczema, acne,
rosacea,
bacterial infection, all kinds of things. So you definitely want the big one. So the skinny pack has the big one in it. And the big one, the big defining gel, I don't even know how many milliliters it is. There's box in there, but it's wrapped up. But like I said, you can use it for all kinds of things. That's okay, Kat. And you're really going to want the big one. The skinny pack also comes with our fat fighters. And so another really great demo to do at your wrap parties is do the fat fighter demo. Has everybody seen the fat fighter demo? Pretty neat, yeah. What you do is you have to YouTube that.
I keep it on my phone, so if I'm doing a presentation,
you can show somebody right away.
Show them, yeah.
Perfect. The fat fighter demo is you basically you take a glass of water, and I would say use either room temperature or something that's a little bit warm to mimic your body temperature, and you pour a little bit of oil on top. I use about a tablespoon of oil, and you crush 2 fat fighters to a nice fine powder. And what you do is you just sprinkle that on top of the oil. And after about, 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, you'll see that it sucks up that fat and it pulls it right to the bottom of the glass. And what it's doing is it's showing you how it works in your tummy. It's a fiber pill, and it's going to grab those bad fats and it's going to just absorb them and bind with them so that your body's not going to get a chance to absorb them. So it's absorbing them before you get a chance to. So the fat fighters are fantastic. They're really healthy for you. There's food in there for your pancreas. They're great for people who are diabetic. They're great for people who want to just bring their cholesterol down. They're just a wonderful. They're always in my purse. Has anybody in here got fat fighters in their purse? Yeah. Good. Or in your pocket, or in your wife's purse, as long as you got them. But the fat fighters are one of our most popular products. So the skinny pack is a great package for anybody that wants to tone tighten and just wants to make sure they're managing their weight really well. The IT pack is it's got a few extra things in it. It's really great because it's got a box of the fat fighters, it's got a box of the facials, it's got the large defining gel. It also has our eye and lip cream, which is actually in our here's that. So this is our eye and lip cream. This is my favorite facial moisturizer that we have. You use it all around your eyes, you can use it around your lips, but I actually go a little above and beyond, and I actually put it all over my face because I love it. It is my favorite. It's a great product too to demo at parties, but I'll tell you guys more about that when I get to that page. But the eye and lip is really nice, and it's like a silky cream. It goes on really smoothly, so you're not pulling on your eyes or anything. It's something that's going to glide on really nicely. So, I'm going to try it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the other package that we have is, like I said, our package. And one thing that I didn't mention in here is our greens on the go. So this has these great little packages of greens, and greens are something that everybody should be taking. They help alkalize the body. There are 8+ servings of fruits and veggies in one little package, and there's also 38 superfoods in there. They're going to help alkalize your body. What else? Here's the greens, please.
It's really good if you eat a lot of meat and dairy, because that makes your body very acidic.
Just helps to alkalize. Yeah. Which is really good because it's alkaline.
That's the green to go.
That's the green. Any of our greens products are going to help build up your immune system as well too. Heartburn? It was actually really great for heartburn too. If anybody has heartburn or anything like that, the greens work really well because they alkalize, right? So they're going to start to alkalize those stomach acids. Way better than taking any of those garbage rollies or anything like that.
Heals your body from the inside out.
Yeah, and it's going to give you energy. So if you're going to take your greens, you want to take them early in the morning so you're getting the most benefit from them. And if you feel like you're getting sniffles or you're getting a cold, or even if you've been traveling on an airplane and you just want to prevent yourself from getting sick, you can actually double up and triple up on your greens, and you can really build your metabolism or your immune system. Thank you. Yeah. I'm a bit of a boost, so you guys, if you know me, you know that. So I want to share with you guys, one of the other great things about this, our product line in our company, and actually it's our business. Actually, I'm going to close this door. There's another door in the back. You can just send people to the back door. Yeah. So this is the part where we talk about our business opportunity. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, absolutely, because it's been so life-changing for me. But when I'm sharing this at a party, this is where I talk about my why. This is where I share why I started with the business and what my... Hey, sorry guys, there's like something shiny going by, and I'm like... Sorry. That's better. Yes, exactly. Can anyone relate to that? Yeah, exactly. And I get nervous being up here too. I hope nobody thinks for a second that this is easy to do. I think it's something that is really hard to do, and if you get a little nervous, you get better at it and stuff like that, but, we're never perfect. Anyways, this is where I share my why. This is why I started the business. What your why is what everybody wants to hear. So if you're not sharing your why, people are not going to connect with you. And so it's really important to make sure that you're sharing with people why you do your business, why you love the products, what touched your heart, what made you change your mind, because I know that probably most people in this room were probably approached before they signed up a few times before they actually decided to jump in on the business. I know that for me, I went to Cynthia's launch party. I remember when she was talking about just getting signed up with the business, and it was probably about 7 months later, after hearing about it a few different times, that I decided to go all in with the company. So, make sure you're sharing your why with people so they can connect with you. And if you're doing a launch party, make sure that the person you're launching also shares their why, because all those people at that launch party are there to hear them and what their why is. So this is a great opportunity for them to share and get used to talking in front of people and stuff like that too. So in order to run your business, if you would like to get paid, all you need to do is run an 80 BV auto ship. And what that means is BV is our internal currency. And so as long as you're placing an order that's worth 80 BV or more, you are commissions qualified. That could be 2 boxes of wraps, which is what we always suggest getting, because if you want to start really building your business, you need to get that wrap on people. That's how you're going to build up your loyal customers and your distributors. But it can also be a skinny pack like this one. And what I say is that, honestly, if you want to get paid, and I don't know who wouldn't want to get paid, you want to run your 80 BV auto ship. It's just that simple. And it doesn't matter whether your checks are $80, $800, $8,000 or $18,000 a month. It doesn't matter what size your check is. As long as you're running your 80 BV auto ship, you are going to be qualified to get that check deposited into your account. So that's a really, really nice thing, because your checks can grow and grow and grow. There's 2 boost options if you're ready to sign up. There's our mini boost that is only available at sign up, and that one has 2 boxes of wraps, 1 box of facials, large defining gel, the fat fighters and the greens. Great value, only available when signing up. Us distributors, we are not allowed to get this one anymore, but it is a great value, and that's our mini boost pack. When you sell those wraps and everything like that, you're actually already making some income, so it's not actually, you're not investing in your business that way. You are upfront, but it's coming back to you right away, because once you get that wrap on people, it's going to pay for your investment right off the hop. So you're not going in the hole with this business. You're making money right away. The Party Booster is a bigger package, and if you can afford to get this one, I really suggest doing it, because this is going to get you really, collecting those loyal customers and distributors and building your business right away. It comes with 4 boxes of wraps, 1 box of facials, defining gel, fat, eye and lip, and the greens on the go, which are really great for examples. these packages, because these are in here, are the packages that we have for, like, that sell the most, the It Pack and the Skinny Pack. So that's very helpful.
If you didn't get a big boost pack or the party boost, you can order it anytime.
Yeah, the mini boost is the only one that's only available to sign up. You can get that party boost, like Kat was saying, anytime, or you can just buy wraps too, whatever you need to build your business. When you get your first 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you're going to get $120 in free products. Does anyone else like free products? I like free products. If you take that $120 in free products and you put it towards 2 boxes of wraps, you can actually turn that into, what is the math on it, $240 in wrap cash. So that's really nice to have that extra money. Invest it back in your business, because that's what you really need to be doing, is reinvesting. And if you can accomplish step 3 in your first 60 days, you're guaranteed a $500 income on your commission check. And what that means is that when you bring 3 people into your business and you help them accomplish step 1 and step 2, step 3 is that you're guaranteed that $500 income. So now this is the exciting part. This is one of the parts of the business that like I could not get out of my head. This chart here is kind of a little bit mind-blowing. It's our income chart. I always say that everybody thinks they're too busy for this business until they see this chart. And then they start to pay attention. It's a very powerful chart. There's 2 charts. There's an annual one and there's a monthly one. I prefer the monthly one because I have seen distributors go from distributor to presidential within 1 year. So this one makes more sense to me. Distributors make on average $71 a month. Do we have any distributors? You guys want to stand up? Any distributors? Go ahead, stand up. Be proud. Nice. Executives. Executives make an average of $309 every single month. We have any executives in the room? Rubies make an average of $599 every single month. Do we have any rubies in the house? Emerald is a really nice place to be. That's when we start making over $1,000 a month. Emeralds make $1,121 on average every single month. Any emeralds in the house? The next level we have is Diamond. Diamond's a very exciting place to be because it opens a different part of our compensation plan, so you start making even more money. There's another bonus that is also attached to the Diamond title or the leadership, and if you can get to Diamond in your first 30 days, no, 90 days, sorry. Sorry guys.
3 full calendar months.
3 full calendar months. Then you earn a $10,000 bonus that's paid out over 25 pay periods, so it's $400 bonus on your check every month for 25 months. I'm going to be paid out for my $10,000 bonus come this December, I think it is. So yeah, it's doable, and I know there's a lot of people in this room that have earned it as well. So diamonds earn an average of $1,910 every single month. Do we have any diamonds in the room? Double diamond. This is the one where our checks start to get a little bit crazy, and I think we start to go above and beyond a lot of the other direct sales companies in the industry. And at double diamonds earn an average of $6,035 every single month. Took me, I think, 8.5 months to get there. It takes longer. Sometimes it takes less time. I know I've done it quicker, and sometimes it takes a few years. Double diamonds earn $6,000 a month. Do we have any diamonds in the room? Doubles. Sorry, doubles. Yay! Triple diamonds earn a whopping $10,541 every single month. That's life-changing. That's when I started earning $10,000 a month. That's when I was able to retire my husband. So that can change a lot of, that can pay off a lot of debt. That can change your family's entire life situation. Do we have any triple diamonds in the house? And then we have Presidential Diamond. Presidential Diamonds earn an average of $16,934 every single month. That's a great place to be. That's life-changing. That's dedication. That's what that is. That is something that is not a hobby business. That is a full-blown working full-time, working your business every single day income. So presidential diamonds, like I said, that's a big check. But I'm here to tell you guys, this is not something that I do in my spare time. I work my business every single day. I treat my business very seriously because that's the point in your business, the presidential and ambassador, that you're starting to getting paid what doctors get paid. Right? When you think about your business and you put it into perspective like that, if you're willing to put that kind of dedication into your business for, the first, year to 4 years, you could be making as much money as a doctor, but without going into debt.
And learning all these fancy big words.
True. So if you're going to go and pick a different type of career, you're going to have to go to school for, 8 years, maybe go $80,000 into debt and all of that, and you've sacrificed that much time and family time and relationship time and fun time with your friends. At the end of all that, you get rewarded by getting to cut gross things off of people's bodies. I would rather be here doing this. This is fun. I've been having fun with my friends for 2 years now, and it just keeps getting better and better. And I'm here to tell you guys that we have a better way to do things. This is a gift. We're always networking. We're always growing. We're always sharing anyways. Why not get paid properly for it? Why not get paid what you're worth? So I'm here to say, let this chart resonate with you. Look at it all the time and know what your goals are. If you want to make $10,000 every single month, you need to know you need to get to triple diamond. So, pick the leadership level that matches with your income dreams. And don't be afraid to dream big, because I'll tell you, I came to my very first meeting here in this room 2 years ago, and I was so scared. I came by myself, and there was a room full of people, and I was super, super nervous. And I looked around the room, and I was just really excited, and I had no idea what I had my hands on. I mean, I'd seen the presentation and everything like that, but I was just nervous, and I thought, well, why me? As if I could do that. There's no way. I mean, presidential, that seems crazy. But you know what I did? I wrote it down. I wrote down, my dream check and my leadership title that I wanted to get to. And it's like the world conspires to get there with you, and it'll open doors up for you when you start believing it. Or even if you don't believe it yet, but as long as you write it down in your programming your brain to see these things every day, you will get there. If you give this business the respect that it deserves, you'll get there. And you'll have fun doing it, because that's what we do. We have fun with our friends, and what happens at the end result of it is that you are free. You own your own time. You get to pay off your debt, you own your own house, and you own your own time. And I just think that that's such a gift. I'm sorry, I get a little excited. So it's your choice. You can either save money by becoming a loyal customer. You're going to get wholesale pricing. You can manage your own portfolio. And that's your landing page as a customer. You can go in there and change your orders. You can change your address. You can change anything you want. You have complete control over your account. And you also earn free perk points. Or you can become a distributor, and you can earn cash, commissions, and bonuses, get out of debt, and have friendship, freedom, and fun like the rest of us. So that's my presentation. Hope it was quick, because it just seems to always So I wanted to talk a little bit about what it takes to grow your business really quickly, because people are always thinking, well, what do I do in the beginning of my business? It seems really overwhelming when you're getting started. It's not that scary. There's a few things that you just need to do over and over again. One of the first things you're going to want to do is go home, if you haven't already done this, and make your hundreds list. You need to write down everybody and anybody that you want to talk to about your business, and you want to make sure that you let them know that you are doing this as a business, because there are a lot of people out there that are building their business on Facebook and social media and things like that, and if they don't know that you're running your business or you're doing your business, they can actually sign up with somebody else. And that has happened many times where people didn't even realize that somebody that they were very close to them was running their own business because they were quiet. I like to call it a closet consultant. If you're a closet consultant, you're never going to make $10,000 a month. And you have to be loud and proud. And if you're not loud and proud, it's because you haven't really tried the product yet, because we have something that nobody else has, and it's amazing. So get excited. The more you get excited, the more people are going to be excited with you, and they're going to want to join your business.
And don't count anyone off your list. We've all had people that have ended up joining someone else as a customer or distributor that we've counted out, and we thought, oh, they're never going to want to try this, or they're never going to want to do that. And it turns out they do, and they are fantastic at it.
But unfortunately, they're on someone else's team because you didn't speak up.
Exactly. So don't count anyone out of your hundreds list.
Well, that's the exact reason why on the last page of the presentation, it says, what's your choice? We're not here to force anybody to do this. What we're here is we're inviting people to join with us on our journey. And so that's what it is. It's their choice, but they need to know what we're doing. You need to give them a choice so that they can make it. It's a great point, Pat. When it comes to building our business, this is our Ruby chart. Does everybody know what this looks like? The distributors in the room, everybody has this written out and is working on this. Ruby is one of the most important steps in this business because people always ask me, well, what does it take to get to diamond? Everybody wants to know, what does it mean to get to diamond? You know what I tell them? It takes 3 rubies. So what you need to do is you need to get to Ruby, you need to work on this, and once you've figured out how this works, then you need to teach 3 other people to get to where you are. You can only grow in this business by helping others do what you're doing. You need to be duplicatable. So if you don't have this chart printed out at home, you need to. You need to write names in it. Don't be afraid to write somebody's name in, even if you haven't talked to them yet. Make it be your vision board, essentially, and get there, because Ruby is, our entire business is built up of rubies. And so don't ever take that for granted or think little of it. Rubies are fantastic. This is our step to success. This is our duplicatable, 3-step program that we do every single month. If you want to get to $10,000, $20,000 income, you need to work on this every month. And if you're really keen, you can do 2 of these a month. This is 7 people you're inviting into your business. 3 of them are distributors, and 4 of them are loyal customers. That means you might have to do your own launch parties if you can't get other people to have launch parties for you. You've got to get out there and talk to people. We're going to give you guys some tips on blitzing and about getting out there and stuff like that, so I'm not going to take too much of your time up. But for the guests, I want you to see how easy and duplicatable our business is. It literally is the steps to success. It's working towards your Ruby, and it is just basically reading from that party pad that I just have in my hands, lost already, reading this and making sure you're getting into this for as many people as you can. If you can do that as often as you can, and the more you commit to it, the more your business is going to grow. If anybody's considering signing up for the business, I did hand out a flyer. There is also an application inside. What I want to share with you guys is that we have this really great prize basket. So for anybody who's thinking about signing up, if you sign up tonight, your name's going to get in for that draw. And there's some really great things in there. We have a box of wraps, we have defining gel, the eye and lip, and the fat fighters. Plus there's a stack of flyers, there's blitz cards, and there's a couple of other things to help with your business. 2 essential bars, which are delicious, and a whole bunch of little greens on the go samples. So it's a great, great package. So if you're thinking about signing up, that's something that you're going to get your name in for.
We'll also throw in a word as well.
Which is really great. Do you want to share what that is? Really? I already went through everything.
Yeah,
so.
this is basically your road to diamonds. This used to be a sheet that came with our starter package, and Jackie and Joe had the great idea of scanning it and taking it to Staples and laminating it. And this is the best thing that's happened to me in a long time, because this allows you to chart yourself and your own progress as well as your team's progress. So we see that it starts with executive. We have our Ruby, which is our pivotal moment where if you get to Ruby, you can teach Ruby. We have our Emerald, where you see there's 2 rubies. And on the back, even though when I first started this looked really scary, you realize there's 3 rubies in there. So it makes it a little less intimidating. And I love the fact that they're not filling with pencils or pens. Like, you can erase this, and you can take it pretty much anywhere you go.
You can also stack them, so when you start getting higher up in leadership levels and you start tracking your team, you can have multiples of these and stack them, but the key is to get the wet erase markers, not the dry erase. The dry erase are going to smear. The wet erase, they have nice fine little tip ones, and you need to wet a little napkin, and you can just do your updates, and you can just clean it up and rewrite new information and keep on top of everything. This chart here, or this, I love this visual, because It's so important. You also have the steps of success up here. I know that the step 3 is going to Ruby. When I first started, step 3 was going to Ruby. I actually think that that's my favorite. I love it. That should be everybody's goal. And we also have our income chart here in the monthly denominations. And the best part about this has this big, huge check on the top here. And I remember when I first started this business, I wrote a number in it, and it made me very uncomfortable, and I didn't really believe it, but I wrote it down anyways. I'm here to tell you guys, not only did I meet that number, but I exceeded it. I flew right past it. So don't be afraid to write your number in where your check is. Be brave with that.
What was your number?
7.
My number was $1,080. Because it was the biggest check when I first started, and I was like, she can do it, can do it.
Totally true. If you can go with the mentality, but I can do it, or if you can do it, I can do it. You know what? I'm telling you that. One of the things that they shared with us at our one mission that really touched my heart and really made connected really well with me, and I want to share it with you guys because I think that you're all going to feel the same way. But Pam shared the story about how she found the wrap, and I didn't realize that it was actually Pam Souter who discovered the wrap. Her and Luis were the ones that connected first, and she told us this super funny story because she's super charismatic about how, well, he has a very heavy accent. He's from Spain. And he's this great guy who actually created the wrap. And when him and Pam first met, she asked him, well, what's in it? And he said, hairballs. And she said, what? And he said, hairballs. And she's like, well, hairballs? That sounds natural. Okay. What he was trying to say was herbals. And I just think that's hilarious. But she tried the product. She loved it. And she didn't see results until her second wrap and the third day after her second wrap. So, again, keep in mind, it's not just one wrap. And the reason why Mark was called in to partner up with her is because of the integrity that him and his wife had shown. They had worked in a different company, before that, and the company wasn't doing well. And Mark and Cindy they were doing really well in that company, and because they were high up leaders. And pardon? Network marketing. It was another network marketing company, I think it was. And but regardless, they were told to go out into the field. And even though the business was going in a hole and it was falling apart all around them, they were told to go out to the field and tell everybody that everything was okay. Go out and lie to everybody. Tell everybody everything's okay, and you're going to get a bonus check. Mark and Cindy were the only ones that didn't partake. They stepped back and they didn't want nothing to do with that. And so the reason why Pam called them was because the level of integrity that they had that they did not find in anyone else. I thought that was amazing. I loved hearing that story from Pam. I got to hear it from her twice, once over lunch and then once when she shared it with our entire group. I'm telling you guys, I was so kicking myself that I wasn't recording Pam talk because she was on fire that night. She's an amazing woman. She's a great role model, and the integrity that our company has is like nothing I've ever seen before. And that is one of the most important things to me. So I wanted to share that with you guys because I think that you don't find that every day. And one of the other things I want to share with you guys, and we're going to talk, we're going to get some people up here to talk about our green carpet experience. But before we do that, I just want to share with you guys a little bit about the top 100, because when we went to green carpet this year, it was a big celebration. Our company has a lot to celebrate. Our distributors have a lot to celebrate. And from my team, this seems like a dream and everything like that, but from my team, in the top 100 earners, there was 5 of us from my team there. It's crazy to think about it, but what I want you guys to understand about that is that anybody can be up there. The only difference is that the people who are up there are just working a little bit harder. They're voting a little bit more time, talking out a little more in their life to support their business now so that it can pay them off later. They're just taking a little bit. When it's challenge them to go out 100 blitz cards, they give out 200 blitz cards. When it's somebody who's going to get paid, maybe $10,000 a month to somebody who's getting paid $50,000 a month, and those numbers seem crazy. But the reality of it is that you cannot get into the top 100 in this company unless you're making $20,000 a month. So all those people are making that much money and more, and that is not normal, you guys. Even in this industry that is one of the most amazing industries out there, that's not normal. Our company pays their distributors better than any other company I've ever seen. I know, right? You guys are in the right place at the right time. And, I think that the hardest part as a distributor, in this business is showing people the big potential of what we are sitting on. Because I think sometimes, again, what's easy to do is easy not to do. And sometimes when you walk out that door, it's easy to go back to, whatever it is that's distracting and things like that in your life. I want to share with you guys how important it is to build your business now. Where we are in this company and where we're going is extraordinary. And this is not the opportunity of a lifetime. It's the opportunity of multiple lifetimes. So I want you guys to really, really think about that and think about this pay chart and look at the culture of the company and really start following some big leaders that are doing the things that you want to do, because that's how you do it. You are who you surround yourself by. So be aware of that. Sorry, my little rant.
And it all really starts with one person. I didn't make it in the top 100, even though my daughter was almost there. But it's okay. I had 3 people in my downline make it to the top 100, 2 of which are men, and 2 of which haven't even been in the company for a year, which is amazing. And I'm going to celebrate that as much as I can, because people below us can make more than us. And that's such an amazing thing. Your work that you put into it, treating this like a business, not just like a hobby, it's going to get you an amazing check and an amazing life.
But that's not for everybody. Not everybody wants life-changing income. Some people only want $500 or $600 a month. That's okay.
Exactly.
It's completely your choice. We're not sitting here telling you you have to build your business bigger. It's completely your choice. It's your business. It's your life. If you want it, it can be, anybody can be there though.
Yeah.
Most of the people that were in the top 100 are new people that are new coming up and they're hungry. And those spots are all open. They're going to do another top 100 for the October green carpet. So I hope as many people from our team are going to be out there. We're going to talk more about that too. The date for green carpet?
It is the Thanksgiving long weekend, 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about, again, the castle contest. And that's going to be a few days before that. So that's going to be for double diamonds, the 8th and 9th. And then Denise is also including a lovely pool party get-together on, I believe, the 10th. It's the Friday night. So we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Speak up a little bit. I don't think they can hear you at the back.
I'll talk about the castle contest and those dates after.
So I am going to, so let's get everybody up from green carpet so they can share their aha moment. So who all was at the last green carpet event? Come on up, you guys.
Did you go first?
Nice try.
Good memory.
This year, I know I made it my goal to go to every single corporate event. Last year, I went to just conference and one green carpet. And you know what? It's affected my business. I was someone who does want to run with this, and I do want to make the big money. And to do that, I really needed to re-energize myself. So the difference between this year, going to conference, going to green carpet in April, and then going to this recent green carpet in July, it's re-energized me. Every single time we go to a corporate event, I feel a burst of energy when I come home. And I just want to pour that into my team. And you know what? it's also amazing advertisement for you guys. That was a huge aha moment for me. I know a lot of you were messaging me while we were off on adventures, and you guys were saying, hey, we want to go in October. We want to have fun with you there. And it realized that corporate events are not only for learning information and rejuvenating yourself, but it's fantastic for people at home to see what you're doing and realize it's not just work. It's a lot of fun. And we do it quite well. So that was my aha moment. The messages that I received, even from friends who had been on the fence saying, oh, I want to go to October green carpet that you're talking about in Florida. I want to be on the beach with you. I want to be, you know, being able to work and sightsee at the same time and do that as a business write-off. So that was my aha moment.
It's very true. It was, I'm Andrea. I am in these lovely ladies downline, and I am a Ruby. It's very true what Kat said. It was barely work. We did a lot of play, not so much work. But attending Green Carpet was definitely life-changing for me and Dave. This is my husband, Dave, by the way. I don't think that if we would have gone that in the last couple of weeks being home that our business would have blown up like it's blown up. We've had a couple of wonderful ladies join our team, and a lot of people just now that had said no to me before in trying out the product, they're all coming to me and be like, oh, what's this product tester that you post on your Facebook? What are you guys doing? I'll do that. I would love to do that. That sounds really cool. What's up with this? So I have probably more meetings this week than I've had in the last month. Just coming back and being more energized and re-energized and wearing my It Works every day. One of the cool things that we got to see at Green Carpet was a lot of the really high up leaders speak and tell us their story and what's important to them. And one of the things that Cammie Dempsey had said was that in the morning she gets up, she puts on her It Works t-shirt, and that just gives her purpose for the day. So I don't think I've worn anything but It Works since I've been home. I bought about 5 tops out there. We stacked our closets, me and Dave, and I haven't worn anything but an It Works t-shirt since I've been back, and it's really, really helped me just have a purpose for my day. And so yeah, that was kind of my aha.
That's fantastic.
I'm Dave. Wow. Green Carpet was awesome. It was a blast because in this industry, I find it's very female orientated, and it was nice to see a lot of guys get up on stage and just say how easy it was for them to do it, not just for women to do it, but also it doesn't really matter what sex you are or anything like that. It's possible for anybody. It was a great experience, so energizing. The feeling in that place when you walked in those doors and you saw everybody wearing the It Works shirts or the green. I mean, green was everywhere. Cars were green and black. The people were green and black. I mean, it didn't matter where you turned. Then you saw cards and everything happening, lanyards. And when you walked into the building, you felt the energy from those people, from everybody all being there for the same thing. Every one of those people made a paycheck from It Works. Each one of those people was getting paid. There was 4,400 people. Like, they all had the money to come out to this event in Florida, no matter where they're from, Canada, or whatever, other places in the States. And I just think it was just really energizing and uplifting to see all of these other people do the same thing you were doing, that you're not alone in this. It's possible for anybody, whether you're tall or short or man or woman, right? So it just makes it happen, right? So. And
you made a friend too, Iris.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to meet Mark Pentecost, which is let's have so later $5 a shake. You guys can all go buy.
We're like Mark Pentecost beeline for him. All these women are like, And he's like, oh, another nap.
It was actually really
me.
cool. You know,
I know, it went right past us.
That's what happens.
So I'm Brittany. You can call me Nugget too. That seems to be the trend. So you can call me Nugget. So one thing that I really enjoyed about doing in Florida was being able to do our coaching call poolside. That was super fun. Girls can say that they get to do coaching calls with their teams from a poolside. Well,
In Florida.
in Florida after a day at conference and then the beach, and then we just sat. It was perfect. So that's kind of what I want. I want that every day. That's what I want every day. And then my hugest aha moment that I shared at the last meeting, I'm going to share it again, is that to inspire by action, inspire by motivation, inspire by your team by doing what we do. We always say that it's duplicatable. Our business is duplicatable. So just think, if you want your team to do something, you need to go out there and do it, and then teach your team to do it. And that's just something that really stuck in my brain this time for some people.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm Krista. I'm not done now. Okay, well, we all know who Dr. Don is. He's the one that we see on TV all the
Not
time.
everybody does. We have guests in the
Okay,
room.
well, he's the one that invented most of the products, and he's the one that explains most of them in all the videos. And we all got to do this thing called walk across the stage called Walk the Green Carpet. So we're all walking across the green carpet, and everybody gets to go up on the big stage, and there's tons of people staring at you. And I was nervous, but then I got up there and I was just like, oh yeah. And I loved it. And then I looked down and Dr. Don was looking right at me. He's like, you. And I was like, me? He's like, you got it. I'm like, I got it. But what I want to say, like, the thing that makes me think of is it's about your attitude. You gotta just, like, you gotta own it. You gotta just be positive. And I read The Secret and Beach Money, and those make a huge, huge difference. And you just, if you keep the attitude and you keep working and you work hard, you're gonna get there. Like, there's no room for failure. Like, honestly. Yeah.
I'm Carmen. So green carpet for me was a last-minute decision. I wasn't going to go at all. I was going to stay home and just watch all the pictures come across Facebook from everybody else that was in Florida. But something kept telling me that I had to go to green carpet. I had to go. I had to see what it was all about. I had to experience this whole green phenomenon that was going on in Florida. So just out of the blue, I thought, okay, I'm going to see if Krista has figured out where she's staying, because I knew Krista was going. And so I sent Krista a message, and she had no idea where she was going to stay and stuff like that, and she was getting panicked whether or not she could go. So we decided that we were going to just do it. We were going to go to Florida. We were going to use all of our flight miles and everything that we had stocked away, and we were going to go to Florida. So last minute, we drove down to Fargo, got on Allegiant, and flew down to Florida. And we're actually convertible while we were down there. But my aha moment while I was down there was watching all the ambassadors, the new ambassadors, come onto stage and talk about their stories and how they got to where they were. And there was one couple that came onto stage, and they were talking about how they look at their business now as a marriage. They treat their business as though they're married to their business. So anybody in here who's married knows in a marriage there's up times, there's down times, there's times where you just want to walk away from the person that you're married to and you don't want to turn back. And that's how I look at my business now, is I look at it as a marriage. There's days where I just want to turn off my computer and not look at it again because things aren't going the way I want them to go. But like a marriage, you just have to open it up again and you have to give it another chance, and you have to just keep working at it and keep improving at it every day.
Give it respect.
Give it respect. Give it the respect it deserves. It's a business, and you need to work your business every day like you need to work your marriage every day.
That's fantastic.
Alright.
I want to thank you guys all for coming up and sharing. Get used to it, everybody. You know, you need to get comfortable with after sharing your stories, because when you want to make the big money, it's all about getting in front of a crowd and learning how to speak. Because you need to own it. Like who just said you need to have good posture and own it? Was it Krista? Did you just? Yeah, that is so true. And so you've just gotta. I know a few faces that want to be up here right now. And you guys, next meeting, we're all going to get a chance to do that. So you know, come to Green Carpet so you have something to share in front of the group.
So Green Carpet, you can find the information and the tickets at myatworksevents.com. You're going to click on the calendar and you're going to go to October. And the dates are, again, the 10th and 11th of October, I believe. And the 10th is a Friday, the 11th is a Saturday. So what happens on the Friday is there's usually an opening night. I loved the Friday session this year. The Friday session for the last Green Carpet was more just an introduction. I loved the Friday session. I went home wanting to go home and work. And I had to pull myself back and say, no, there's another day. There's another day. And then the Saturday is usually like a 9 to 5 thing with a nice break. And they do a really good job of balancing information, people's stories, getting the crowd to interact, showing who's doing what and who's promoted. I love the balance that they provide. It's much different than any other conference that I've gone to, as I've been in a number of different companies. The special thing about the Green Carpet in October is it's going to gear your business up for the winter. Our business usually will go a little bit slower in the summer. It doesn't have to. There's lots of people that are promoting. Like Krista, she promoted last month. It can go a little bit slower, but it doesn't have to. And we know that come October, that's the time where we start seeing our sales really skyrocket again. And then there's a huge burst, January through May. Huge burst. So if you're wanting that huge burst, come to October Green Carpet and get yourself geared up, get your team geared up. It's almost like an introduction for conference. And if your team, as Brittany says, sees that you're going, they're going to be then geared up and excited to go to conference. The leaders at one of my first conferences said, your highest paycheck this year is, if you keep working through the fall, is going to be your lowest paycheck the next year. So this was my first year I really could judge that, and it was completely true. My highest paycheck that made me bawl my eyes out last year was my lowest paycheck this year. So it's worth going to the event. I know that there's people who are making good money, and there's people that are just starting. And if you're just starting and you're thinking, don't know if I can afford it, sell some wraps. You have about 2 months of wraps that you could be selling. Keep that wrap cash and find a way. We went with our team to Grand Forks. We drove there and we went through Allegiant, and then we drove from Orlando to Bradenton.
Where was your flight through Allegiant to get in Florida?
It was on a Wednesday, but I believe the ones in Fargo are Fridays, and the ones in the fall through Allegiant are Thursdays. So it's very, very doable, and it was only $300. Like, that's it. After taxes and everything, in Canadian, it was $300.
And the whole It Works airplane filled.
Yeah. So it was perfect. And this October, there is going to be something really special. So what Denise Walsh, who's one of our ambassador uplines, is doing for us is her castle contest. And I don't know if any of you haven't heard of the castle contest. I know for your guests, you have no idea what that is. Well, she's rented a massive house that looks like a castle. And it's a contest for 4 people are going to win, and it's based on points, and it's based on bringing in distributors and getting those distributors. It's called Fast Start Qualified, which means that they're getting their first 2 loyal customers within their first 30 days. And it's also based on promotion. So because we know that the summer can be a slower time, the fact that she's basing some of this off of points from promoting to executive, to ruby, to emerald, to diamond, to double diamond, and so on, there's some really good room for people to get points. There's 2 people I know on my downline. One of them is Krista, that's in the top 6 right now for this contest. And they're picking 4 top 4 couples. So that means that you and your partner or whomever you want to bring can stay in this castle. For anyone that promotes to Double Diamond by September 30th, you are going to be invited to a fully catered 2-day training session with Denise and her other ambassador leaders at this castle right beside the pool. So it's nice. Drinks, food, everything paid for. And it's going to be an amazing training session. So again, anyone that promotes a double diamond by September 30th, you are invited to go to this free of charge. For anyone who isn't double diamonds and you get at least 10 points in the contest, you are going to be invited to an open food and drink catered little soiree on the Friday night. So that's anyone that gets points can go to that. And so you're going to be around some of the top leaders. Denise said that maybe even Cammie's going to stop by. And so you're going to be surrounded by these amazing people that you will want to spend time with, that you're going to get to know. And it's just going to bring you up that level. But for everyone that is really going gung-ho for this contest and that is trying to promote in this month, last month, and then next month, you have a really good chance of getting drawn for this contest. So get those points tallied. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. When's the deadline for the castle contest?
September 30th.
Awesome.
So it's the points that's tallied through July, August, and September. So that's why she made 10 points for anybody that's newer, that's joining August and September. So you get a chance to at least go to a nice, catered function and be able to be there with us. But you can change anything in a month. You can get a lot of points. So it's wide open right now.
So speaking of points, you can incorporate both of those.
There's also the Too Good promotion. And if anybody has received a text in the last week and wondered what it wasn't spam, it was from It Works. The Too Good promotion, which is also found on your back office, is a promotion that's for anyone from July 26th to August 31st. And if you sign up one customer and one distributor within those times, that equals 1 point. That 1 point, they are drawing 20 different names to pay off $20,000 in debt each. First going to be credit card debt, then it's going to be student debt, and then it's going to be medical debt third. So you can pick.
But Mark did say on his announcement that he was willing to work with people because at first, we don't have medical debt,
Exactly.
We don't have student debt and things like that. He did say he's super happy to work with people and whatever their debt is. So.
Which shows you that the company wants us to be out of debt. The company, they want us to put that money toward good use. So get your points in. Who here has points? Does it?
So just to be clear on how to get a point, for every loyal customer you get and every distributor you get 1 point. So you have to match them up. So if we have 10 customers and 1 distributor, you get 1 point. So you need to match those up, 1 for 1, and you get a point.
And that doesn't mean that you can, if you move a customer somewhere, that's giving away a loyal customer. That does not count as a point. If you log into your back office on your main page, on the right-hand side, it's going to show you how many points you have tallied. So watch that. And it goes along with the theme of this last green carpet and their one-to-one missions, where it start with 1. It all starts with your first customer. It all starts with your first distributor, and it builds from there. They don't want anyone to get overwhelmed. They don't want anyone to look too far in the future and think, oh, how many distributors do I need to get to diamond? Start with 1. Focus on that first one, and then go from there. Denise is also offering just for August that every single point that you get in the castle contest or in the Too Good contest also goes towards the castle contest for this month. So if you haven't subscribed to the castle contest email, let your diamond leader know, and they can direct you towards Denise's email, and you can start tallying your points.
And we're gonna there's only one more thing that you were supposed to touch on, and that's just about sometimes people don't start off as strong as they want to in the beginning and stuff.
So who here has been in the business for 6 months? Okay. What about at least maybe a year? Perfect. There's a lot of newbies, I've got to say. But you know what? The fact that only a few people put up their hands that they've been in this business for a year, I think it shows you that a lot of people give up way too early. They don't have immediate success in their first month, in their first 3 months, in their first 6 months. You know what they say? They get down on themselves and they say, I can't do this. I'm a loser. Or I'm not good enough. I'm not like them. I can't do this at all. And that's not true whatsoever. We are in a business that's a longevity business. No matter if you don't get to the promotion, let's say diamond in your first year, maybe it takes you 2 years. The fact that you've stuck around and you've continued to work on yourself and your business, that means that you're going to get to that paycheck of, what's a paycheck that someone wants?
10 grand.
All right. So let's say it takes you. So let's say it takes you 3 years or 4 years to get to a paycheck of $10,000 a month. Would that be a lot more than what you're making in your regular job right now? No. Would that be a lot more than that $1 or $2 a year raise? Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to really touch on is that a lot of people give up prematurely and they don't know what to work on. They give up because they think that there's no hope. And I really like what Jackie's always told me from the beginning. This is a personal development company disguised as a network marketing company. From the beginning, Jackie has always stressed with me and told me, work on yourself, work on personal development. It doesn't matter if you didn't finish your steps to success that first month or in that first 3 months. If you're continuing to work on yourself and learn to become a leader, and you're continuing to read books, listen to audio tapes, and practice. You might not get it right the first time, but if you're actually taking what our leaders that have come before us have done, and what these, greats in the industry like Eric Worre, John Maxwell, Big Al, who else? Jordan Adler. They didn't become successful for years.
If you want to hear about some people who had some rough starts, listen to Jordan Adler talk. Listen to Beach Month. The whole first CD is about how many businesses he tried and how hard he worked. And his family literally almost had an intervention, or they did have an intervention with him. And you know what? Now he's the highest paying distributor in the industry, or one of the very top, making millions of dollars every single year, maybe even a month. I have no idea. The sky's the limit. Yeah.
Doing nothing. But no, he's
he says he works a couple hours a week now, based on what the years that he put in. And it's true.
So the people I kind of wanted to highlight, one of them, if you don't know who Denise Walsh is, she's the one that's running the Castle contest and one of our ambassador uplines. When she first came into this business, she was very, very shy. She would not get up and talk to people. When we were in Australia with some of the girls in November, the Australian team that were there for the One Team One Mission shared that Denise was so quiet. When she was wrapping them, she didn't talk at all. And they thought she was a really rude American that was just snobby. But she was very, very quiet. She was shy. And it took her a while to build up her business. She's the 4th top earner in this company, and this is her 7th year in business. But it took her a year to get to diamond.
And I just want to add, Cami did not get a fast start bonus from her because she did not get her first 4 loyal customers in her first month. And like you said, it took her a year to get to diamond. I think it took her another year to get double.
3 years to get to triple.
And so you want to be striving for progress, not perfection. Exactly. And it's not a race. You're not racing anyone else. Don't play the comparison game. And the reason why I'm always pushing the personal development, and anybody who's working on the personal development can attest to this, you're always learning something about yourself. You're learning about what your roadblocks are, because you're either going to be afraid of success or you're going to be afraid of failure. And if you realize that that's what you're afraid of, you can overcome those fears. But if you ignore them and pretend that you're not good enough, like Kat says, if you're making excuses for yourself, then you're going to find a reason to quit. But if you're doing the personal development, you're going to dig deeper and go, I am worth it. I am worth, $10,000 a month and more. So you need to dig deep into that personal development because you're worth it, and your family's worth it, and your future is worth it. So it's a choice to make that commitment. And you don't have to stop what you're doing to do personal development. You need to put on a CD and do the laundry. You need to put that CD in your car because you got to go from A to B anyways. You might as well be developing yourself. And when you get to B and you're meeting up with that prospect, you're going to be over the moon excited because you just learned something really exciting and you're going to share it with them. And then you're going to tell them to listen to Beach Money and so on and so forth. And that enthusiasm is contagious. And that's how people grow in this business. It's about being excited, and it's about sharing the things you're learning and growing with other people.
The other person I wanted to talk about was one of my leaders, Jackie Marchant. I really like sharing her beginning because we all see that she's in the top 100. She was on Pound's Call tonight. She's doing very well. But what you guys don't see is how she started. She didn't understand the business. She had a few distributors join her in her first couple of months, but they all quit except one. And she didn't understand the potential in this business. It wasn't until she sat down and she listened to Beach Money. That's when she understood this business. So she really didn't start working her business until 6 months in. And from there, that audiobook picked up her momentum. And less than a year now, it'll be her 1 year that she started working in really the end of this month. And she's now, again, one of my highest paid leaders, top 100. They're making more than they can ever dream of, and they're traveling the world, and she's retired
Actually,
her husband.
they're dreaming about making more.
Yeah, they're dreaming about making more. But she didn't.
But she learned how to dream big.
Yeah,
And she's very brave.
Yeah. But she didn't get to Ruby in her first 6 months. It took her 7 months to get to Ruby. 7 months. And look where it went from there. She went to Ruby. 2 months later, she went to Emerald. A month later, she went to Diamonds. A month later, she went to Double Diamonds. 2 months later from that, she went to Triple, and then she went to Presidential.
It clicks. You have a moment, and everything changes. Your mind changes, and your world changes. And that's what personal development can do for you. Because that didn't happen from, from anything other than wanting to learn more about it and going home and listening to what her upline suggested that she listen to. Because she had a dream. She wanted more. She wanted to live in Canada and Australia, and everyone told her she was crazy. And me and Kat sat down and went, no, you're not. That's totally what you can do in this business. Go home and listen to Beach Money. It'll explain how this business works and how you can have it. And she went home, and the rest is history. So we want to talk about blitzing and stuff like that, because I know a lot of times in this business, everybody thinks that they're going to start off this business by, building with their friends and their family, but sometimes it doesn't work out the way we want. Sometimes our friends and family are actually the ones that want to hear about our business the least. Don't take it personally. Sometimes they'll pay attention after a while once you started making your business grow a little bit more. And so, yeah, with that said, blitzing is a really big part of our business. We're always about talking to new people and sharing what we have with new people and getting that wrap on people. So one of the things that we have is our Blitz card. Brianne's going to share a little bit more about some of the tips that she does for blitzing.
Thanks. Hey guys, I'm Brianne. Jackie's diamond leader on the team. And like she said, I'm here to talk to you guys about blitzing. Love it or hate it, you gotta do it. Suck it up and get out there. Harsh truth. It's true. So the who's, what's, where's of blitzing. What is it? It's basically approaching somebody with our lovely blitz card and presenting the business, the product, whatever it may be. It presents our opportunity to them. So who do we blitz? We can blitz absolutely everybody. Where do we blitz? Pretty much everywhere. And why? It's to promote our products and our business. So I have the how, I have some tips on how to do it, why we do it. Basically, there's a few ways you can blitz. If you say you want to pick one day of the week where I'm going to throw on my gear and just give her and go pretty much everywhere, you can do it that way. Or you can make blitzing a part of your everyday life. It doesn't have to be something you set time for. You can do it anywhere and everywhere. There's also something called self-blitzing that I'll talk about a little more later. But to start, the goal of blitzing, you want to keep it simple. One of the goals is you might want to be able to wrap someone on the spot. You might want to be able to gain a new loyal customer. People more and more nowadays are willing to just hand you their credit card, take their information down, and get it going right away. You want to get their contact information to follow up with them. Sometimes people carry little pads and they tell people they're doing a draw that month or that week for a free wrap. And then you want to connect with them on Facebook because that's really where you can start the conversation and start the relationship. So whether you're taking their phone and adding yourself to their phone or vice versa, you want to connect with people. Facebook is probably one of the best ways to do so. And another goal is to just set up a meeting. If the conversation goes on a little longer, you probably want to actually sit down for coffee with them and talk at that point. So I just have to say that when you think about blitzing, a lot of people do think it's kind of scary, but I think you need to change your mindset a little bit. Because what I've kind of realized recently is that when you're blitzing a stranger, they're a stranger. So one of two things is going to happen. One, they're not going to be interested, the conversation's not going to go where maybe you'll fall flat on your face, but at the end of the day, they're still a stranger, whatever, just walk away, start over, it's not a big deal. Nothing changed. Or they can become your next best distributor, next best loyal customer, the person that sends you referrals, the person that becomes your next diamond. So you have to kind of look at it as every person you can potentially blitz could be your next big thing. So it kind of takes the pressure off a little bit, just knowing that they're either going to be a stranger at the end of this conversation or they're going to be your next big thing. So you have to take the pressure off and change your mindset a little bit. I think when you're blitzing and preparing to blitz, you have to be passionate. Figure out why you're doing this. For me personally, I think the products are fantastic, but I love this industry. That's what I love. So when I'm talking, I'm thinking about how awesome this is, and I'm reminding myself that why I started with this. And that transpires when I talk to people about it, because it kind of gives you that confidence. And also, don't feel like you're bothering someone when you approach them. We all know these products are fantastic, so you're doing people a favor by introducing them. Don't ever feel like I don't want to bug somebody. You have to walk up to them thinking I'm doing them the biggest favor of their life, because you could potentially change that person's life. So why not? When you're getting ready to blitz, there's a few things that you can do that'll make it easier. Being your brand is one big thing. Wearing the green, wearing the shirts, that just shows that you're in it for the long haul. When I first started, I bought like a bunch of new shirts, and my mom was kind of like, don't you want to make sure you like this business before you go buy a bunch of shirts? But I said no, because how is anyone supposed to realize that I'm really in it, that I really do care, if I don't even want to represent? So I think that just shows people, like, I'm really in it. Like, if you've ever been approached for a business or a product, if someone's wearing the shirt, you're like, oh, this person's, like, legit. It's good. It's a uniform. It's so true. So whether you go online and order it or just wear something green, that will show a lot when you're blitzing. Also, little things like carrying a lanyard. I know Kat taught this trick. Jackie J. Pretty much a lot of people are doing it now. Having a lanyard with a clip that actually holds your blitz cards on it. People are probably going to ask you what that is. Water bottle. This for me is huge. I always carry water. So, and I think a lot of people do. Having your water bottle out, people will ask, like, what is it works? What is your bottle? Phone cases too. That's huge. A lot of people like to get phone cases. I've even ordered mine on Vistaprint. I have one that says keep calm, wrap on. So that's a great one too. When you're sitting there, just put your phone upside down so your case shows. Great way to spark a conversation, because that's really what we're trying to do. Like Sarah, her green scarf.
Oh,
okay, catches good attention. I said your scarf.
Oh,
like
my
green scarf. Like someone out for lunch asked her the other day, like, what's that about? I noticed Lindsay Dick actually has on her purse a laminated blitz card. So really, when you're blitzing, you just want to attract attention. Thank you. If you're actually going out for a day of blitzing, or you should even just consider having this with you all the time, maybe it's in your car, have everything you need to get her done. Like, you want to have wraps on you. You want to have the plastic wrap. You want to have measuring tape, distributor forms.
Always in the purse.
That is awesome. Perfect. Because you never know, and you don't want that person to walk away and then someone else has a wrap on them that's right behind you. So you want to go prepared. Product catalogs. And you kind of want to, like, that's almost assuming the sale, right? It's kind of like saying, I know I'm going to get this. I got everything with me. Bring it.
Ready for business.
Exactly. Contrary, you do want to blitz, like you are running a business. You don't want to blitz that day. Try to look put together. You want to look good when you're talking to people. You are marketing your stuff.
You can do that just for us.
Yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, that just getting in the zone when you're gonna go out blitzing. Whether you're planning to blitz or just gonna like drop something here or there, like, just own it.
So how to approach somebody, there's a few different techniques, and really you just have to find your groove, find out what works for you. Jackie always says, start with a compliment. Like, hey, I love your shirt, that's an awesome color, it's green, that's the color of my business. Have you heard of this? Yeah. Or just even like, oh my gosh, I really like your hair. It kind of sparks a conversation. So the compliment way works really well. You can also just say to someone, hey, I'm new in the area, or I just started doing business in this area, just introducing this product to this area. Have you heard of this before? And let the tool do the talking. You don't have to talk too much. You've got to just say, this is what it is, this is what it does, and then chat. Because they're going to ask you questions. You don't want to just keep talking and talking and talking, because people will kind of think, like, don't sell me on something. So let the tool do the talking. Someone actually said to me, I think it was Jackie Martin, she said, if it's not on this paper, do not say it. That's kind of daughter, but yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Exactly, you're right, it's true. I've also used like kind of what I call a reverse technique. Like, do you know anybody that would like to tone, tighten, and firm? So you're not being really direct with them. They're like, anybody? It's just kind of a way of not being pushy about it, right? Like, oh, I'm sure you wouldn't want this, but you know someone that does?
And that's a good one, too, because everyone's like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody. So you're not basically saying, here, this is for you. What you're saying is, hey, do you know anybody that would like to try this product?
Like, I actually had a friend today ask me what the fuck I'm calling me. Like, what the fuck, you think I'm fat or something? And I was like, oh no, oh my god, oh no, oh no, oh no. And far from here, all the way down to here, and she goes, oh, okay, so you're not calling me fat, I'm sorry.
People can take it personally, right? So you kind of like, do you know anybody who would like this? Hoping that they're going to say, of course, right? Good point, though. The other thing is, too, find ways of talking to talk about other products. Like, say someone's like, oh man, I'm really sunburned. Hey, you should try our defining gel. Or, like, oh, I love going for facials, but they're so expensive. Hey, we have facial wraps. Like, just ways of, you know, slowly getting in there and talking about stuff. You don't always have to be, like, throwing up on people. And it doesn't always have to just be about the wrap. This is a great product to get us in the door, but we have so much more, too. Yeah, basically, you just want them to talk. You want them to be asking you questions. So when they do, what do you do from there? Well, someone might say, what's in it? Then hand them the box, and they can read what's in it. You know, our ingredients are right on the box. Let them just read it. You know, you don't want to talk too much. Hairballs. Yes, tell someone that. Do that. If someone asks you, how does it work? You can just say, I don't really know how it works, but I do know when I put it on, it feels fantastic. Or, you know, say the first time I did it, I lost an inch. And then you can say, let me show you a few pictures of people I've recently wrapped.
really, really well, and they were able to, you know, do something really fantastic. I'm going to follow that by just reason. Who's brave enough to put their hand up? Sarah, first hand up.
Hi, I'm Sarah. So my product testimony is a stretch mark cream. Ladies, some men, we all have stretch marks. I had a lot.
Like good stuff in there or not. Yes, we all care about our, you know, the people in our lives.
Oh,
and want to put in the good stuff. Perfect. That's fantastic. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay.
If you are a distributor and you're ready to sign up, fill out that application because you guys, like this package here, it's pretty big. It's full of tons of tools, and like it's right here. So who wants to take this home? Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I've been on the face cleanser, like the face wash, and then I use the toner after every single day. And I've struggled with acne like really bad my whole entire life, and obviously whoever struggles with it, you know that like it affects your confidence, everything like that. I tried so many different products, and sometimes it doesn't work, or like it will burn my skin because I have such sensitive skin as well. I have been on this for now. I gave it 2 months just to tell people like it for sure works. It is unbelievable. I actually the face the cleanser and then the toner I use after. It has changed my life. Like I am mind blown, and I get comments on my skin all the time now because I'm a server as well. And people say like I have a glow in my skin, and I'm like I haven't even had a breakout yet for 2 months straight.
There we go. Who has their hand up? Are you taking the greens as well?
Not right now. I'm not taking the greens.
Okay, go ahead.
It's on order.
I've been taking the greens for about 10 months.
Just speak up. That's okay.
I started under accounting, so I work overhead a lot, and I also have to go down on my knees a lot when I set up the vehicles and stuff. My one knee started hurting for the last 6 months already, and about after 4 months of taking it, it started becoming less and less and less. Same with my shoulders, my muscles were burning like
never stopped running for the last year already. I have zero pain anymore. Like, and I didn't take anything else. I just started using computers. So I didn't buy anything.
Awesome.
No, I do use sometimes I'll do from 2 scoops to 6 scoops a day. New U and cold source. I used to get cold source all the time. I'll pick one new U, and I ran out for 1 month. I didn't get any cold source while I was doing it, and I ran out for 1 month, and right away I had it again. So as soon as I started taking it again,
New U? Oh, okay. So mine's with the greens too. Obviously I kept trying to wrap. So I want to try kind of everything else. But the greens, for anyone that's been pregnant, heartburn is like the worst thing ever. Started taking the greens, and I noticed, and I think I told Sarah, when I stopped taking it for 1 day. I missed once, and I noticed like as soon as I lied down, it was just like everywhere. And I was like, I'm never stopping taking it again. So greens have like saved my sleep habits at night. Anyway, that's it.
Well, hang on. So that's that. You also forgot to take your greens and were completely lethargic.
Oh yeah, it was like every same day. It was, and I posted on our page. I was like, I forgot to take my greens yesterday, and I feel like I got hit by a bus. And it was like, I don't know if it's a pregnancy thing, I don't know if it's whatever, but I don't have like copious amounts of energy, obvious reasons, but I'm like steady. Oh yeah.
Everybody likes to hear my ThermoFit story, so I'll tell my ThermoFit testimony. I am a bodybuilder or competitor, and I had never been under 19% body fat until I started using ThermoFit. I've used probably about 10 to 15 different kinds of fat burners, and not a one has ever had an effect on me like ThermoFit has. I can actually feel that my temperature is higher in my body, and I know that my metabolism is working a lot better. I went in 2.5 weeks of using ThermoFit from 19% body fat to 11.4% body fat.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't taking them properly. I was taking. I'm not good with remembering to take pills throughout the day. You're supposed to take one with each big meal, and I was just taking 2 first thing in the morning. And I definitely could feel the difference.
Perfect.
And see it.
Go ahead. Who else had their hand up? Sorry, I have. Okay, hang on. There's 3. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna go here, and then the gentleman at the back, and those are the last 2, just to let everyone know. Go ahead.
I have a tough time doing the whole.
Stand up, girl.
Only can I. I have a tough time with the wraps and believing all the pictures and seeing like first time, look at you, skinny person. And so when I first experienced it, I wasn't that first time skinny person. I actually bloated instead. But I had just been in the ER. I had been sick all week. I had hives that we couldn't figure out what it was. Turns out my body actually had an infection. It just got to the allergist and found out that that's what it was. So I was fighting an infection on 7 different meds, and I got wrapped for the first time while we were going through that. So my body was saying, holy Hannah, like get rid of everything. And it took me until the 4th wrap to actually see any results, and that was actually measurable just this past week.
Wow.
Where I could see a difference and notice the difference in that.
So how excited are you that your results?
Yeah, so if it doesn't work that first time, keep going. Eventually will.
Too.
What was that?
You did a great defining job. Great testimony.
Yeah, I got like even more defining gel stuff.
Yeah.
The sunburn was the best one though.
Sunburn
Absolutely.
is the best one.
Sunburn right in here. Within 3 days, it went from uber sunburned red to
Beautiful tan.
me. I still might look red, but it's a tan. And the heartburn with the
Greens as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm no longer taking my heartburn medication
because of the greens. Good. That's fantastic. Aye.
I spent many years in the alternative health business, and I never lose a lot of weight. I had a problem, and that was fat that didn't burn off in exercise, no matter how much I would try. And I've been in the business since July 17th. I tried my first draft 4 days later. I lost 4 inches. 4 inch pants.
Do you have
pictures? No, I didn't bring pictures. Just disgusting. I had a big beer belly type thing, you know. I really thought, wow, 4 inches. 4 days later, I tried again. This time I lost 2.5.
Wow.
So it's working really good. I feel great. I feel very different when I have that wrap on and I see that baby. It's just fantastic after. Thanks.
How long
over the next 3 days?
So, can you eat on all day? Or?
No, I just left it on for 5 minutes. And, I did bodybuilding for a while back in the 80s. And just got gym. I was 38 at the time, and I was working out pretty good. I did a 3-hour workout, and the wrestlers that you see on TV were there that one day. And I had gone into the hot tub too fast and it cooled down, and I went into kind of a shock, and I could barely get out because my arms and legs started to go back and that came to give me a glass of orange juice, and I drank that, and I went back to normal. And one of the wrestlers said, hold up. He asked me how long I was working out for. I said, I did a 3-hour workout. Warm-up. And the wrestler looked at the other wrestler and said, you're going to do that? And they were and they were doing steroids. And the world is looking at shortcuts. Isn't that right? Yeah. Like, okay. Self-esteem. You know, magic pill.
Well, the next
answer.
Yeah, that's true. And we have one that's actually healthy for you and helps your body become more efficient. And you know, putting nutrition in your body is going to make it happy. Not to see that. So now, who wants to go home and rap? So we're going to finish off the meeting right now. You guys are, you're free. If anybody would like to sign up and put their name in for the entry, just come up over here. We can put the names in the draw. Nobody has to wait for you guys. And then